welcome.
Hi, welcome back.
I'm just going to cut in a little bit of what was just happening with us here. They're yum.
I drew a line of bestiality.
Are you sure? This is killing me. I found you a line. I found you the line that you won't cross.
Why is this surprising? Why are we not all on the same page? I don't understand.
Game. Launch the game. Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay, ask me to kiss. Okay. So, for context. So I just revealed to Izza that. So we've just been talking about playing the game Baldur's Gate, and I'm gonna go to Evrart. I'm gonna go to Evrart while we're talking.
And Momo was like, because I was like, yeah. People have talked about it. I had a look into it, and you were like, yeah, the beer sex. And I was like, what?
Yeah. That's basically what happened, and I was like, yeah, people are really into it because you get to have sex with a bear.
And I said, get to?
And then as I Googled it, and what was the sentence that you...
Oh, why is this a sentence? Why the Baldur's Gate 3 beer sex scene reveal hit so hard? And then I started watching. This is on Polygon. And then I started watching the wee clip, right? Like, which I just... he's lying on the ground.
With his legs in the air.
The bear approaches. The bear approaches seductively. And then it's just like, no. Seen the bear. That stresses me out.
And it's like, no. I'm like, I can't believe this. You're always so, I'm not going to yuck their yum. You're always so forgiving about gangs and stuff.
Absolutely.
And then almost like, I draw the line at bestiality. And then she's like, why are we not on the same page about that? Now I feel like an important piece of clarification here for people who don't know the full history of the Baldur's Gate beer situation. Is that it's an elf transformed.
You see none of this in the video.
Into a bear. So it does pass the Harkness test.
Look,
the bear can consent.
The bear can consent. The video does not show any of this. It is just a bear approaching seductively.
He's here. Oh, it's good. It's not a fishing rod, is it? It's...
What is that?
What is it if it's not a fishing rod?
What? Are
Is
we
it
missing
a
something?
whip?
Are we...
Is this
meaningful?
Some more Baldur's Gate bear situation?
Oh no.
It looks like a fishing rod. I'm so scared about
Have we
talking
saved?
to him.
Okay, yeah. Alright, don't sit in the chair.
I'm not sitting in the chair.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time.
Oh, we
since
can
you've already
lie.
Sat on that chair.
He'll know we're lying though, eh?
Oh, we could put on
Drama!
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah. And what other things? So drama helps you lie.
Yes.
Rhetoric helps you persuade.
It's specifically a lie.
Yeah. And suggestion helps you charm people.
Okay.
So I just, like,
I
as well
know.
as drama, there might be a few things that we can...
And drama is reasonably high, so I feel that
very
when
high.
we have the clothes on, we might have a good chance at
Probably
lying.
already got some of the clothes on.
Yeah.
Like we've got the bow tie on.
Those pants, are they dramatic? They might be dramatic.
So wait, what color is it? It's the light blue. So we got
Nice.
drama on our mesh shirt.
On the bow tie. And that's it. But so let's have a look around and see what we got.
That's a
There's
minus.
a -1.
We got to go back to the bear situation.
Oh
though.
no, it stresses me out.
So you're not into us seducing a bear when we
Look.
play Baldur's Gate, is it?
What? +1. What have we? We got a +1 already.
That was removing the logic and putting on drama.
Oh, it's the okay. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, but it's +1.
Yeah.
A -1 to authority.
What are on our shoes already? Empathy.
Okay.
I might put those. What does composure do?
You don't. You don't think Everart's gonna have something to say about us wearing the stuff of the dead guy?
I mean, he might.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Composure. Straighten your back. Keep your poker face.
Oh, composure could be good actually.
Composure could be good. I reverse my decision about the
Okay.
shoes. What other shoes do we have? We don't have many shoes.
You do. There's, oh, because
+1 composure.
Nice.
Okay.
What do they have neg on them? Savoir faire. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Let's have a
attempt
go.
this lie once
Mr.
more.
Evrart, a pleasure as always.
So if
You
you,
don't
hover
have
over,
to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
we have. Let's go. I open the door. We saved?
Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
Yes. 92%.
92%. It's really high. I really did open the door.
Good. Now take it a bit further. Take it home.
Not only did I open it, I went inside too. It was a real weasel
This
steam.
seems
right?
like a bad idea.
Oh well, we don't have any option now.
I bet it was, Harry. But seriously, what did you see in his apartment?
Who's
fuck.
he?
A guy who has antagonized the Union in a Union-run town.
Oh shit.
Maybe it's political.
Okay, what do we got?
We've got, I saw a lot of anti-socialist, anti-union stuff, pamphlets saying get the unions in check, or shake your head, fascist insignia everywhere, memorabilia calling for the return of the golden age, or misogynist posters, racist literature, and a signed petition to euthanize the invalid.
Ooh. Now I like the top one, but I wonder if it's too on the nose.
I agree. I'm feeling the middle one, maybe?
I don't know. I feel like Evrart might be full-fledged.
I don't think he's like a communist, though.
That's fascism.
Oh, right. I equate the two in my head. Sometimes, not all the time. I don't think he's a fascist either. And, like, I feel like the golden age was, like, pre-democracy in this area. And
Okay,
I
okay,
feel like
okay, okay.
unions are kind of pro-democracy in a weird way.
I'm nodding slowly.
Not
friends.
necessarily pro-political democracy, but the concept of democracy.
Okay, and the last one is misogynistic posters, racist literature. And ableism.
Do you have a strong feeling?
I don't. I
Okay.
feel like any of them could be good, and any of them could be terrible.
Terrible,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I thought, Harry. What a weasel. And for the
Oh,
record, I
well
was
done.
only curious, not testing you.
He was totally tested because he knows he's got eyes everywhere.
I can't
He
believe
was
we got away with
testing
that.
You succeeded.
Ooh, good drama.
Thank you, Harry. You have shown me that the Barders Union and the Citizens Militia can indeed work together. Now, let's cut down to brass tacks.
Give me my gun.
It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I mean, we've already figured it out.
He's saying that everything we've done until now is not real police work.
I mean, it only is because Kim's here.
Yeah, Kim's holding this whole.
Is this
whole place
made
together.
for us little munchables?
Yeah.
They're dates.
I sliced out the pit of the date. filled it with peanut butter and choc chips.
Yeah.
So that's snacks tonight.
I heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
I mean, that was a bad call.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Continue. I want to know more about this. Is it true?
I feel like it's kind of like one of those situations of they're saying A plus B equals C. A is definitely facts, but C is a extrapolation of potential.
That's why I want to hear more, because I want to, you need to give me details, because I don't know that I...
Because somebody in real life was just talking to me. I'm not going to say the details of the situation, but they were saying, Company A is bad because they sent in this business to deal with the situation. And the business had, in the past, been associated with trying to say this without giving away any of the information about the actual real life thing I'm talking about. The business had been associated with bad illegal shit, let's just say. And I don't know enough about the situation to know whether that's true, but the fact that they were saying the company is bad because they sent in this other business to deal with the situation, and that business has sometimes been known in the past to do bad things. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't fully equate the facts of the situation. It's a potential extrapolation of what could theoretically have happened.
That's interesting to me, because, without knowing the details, I'm like, if you hire someone you know has a sordid history...
Yeah, but I'm talking about, decades ago, past, not, a couple of years ago, in the 40s kind of thing.
I'm nodding slowly. It depends, right?
It does depend. Yeah. Similarly, this is a situation I can actually give you a real example. I saw this thing on the internet a few weeks ago where this person was like, this guy who's sexist and anti-trans is trying to kill trans people. He's created a website that sells things that are supposed to be replacements for hormone treatment therapy, but they're just supplements.
I'm screwing up my nose. Ooh.
Yeah, terrible. The person was being this person is trying to kill trans people because of these ingredients in the supplements, right? And one of the ingredients that they were using as an example was ashwagandha, which I literally have every day. And so do tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. It's a really common herb in, I don't know how to say this, Ayurvedic? Is that how you say it? Medicine, Indian herbal medicine?
Oh, Ayurvedic or something like that.
Ayurvedic?
Ayurvedic?
Okay. It can, especially in combination with some, SSRIs, I think, sometimes, in very small cases, cause serotonin syndrome, which is really bad, and that sometimes, in rare cases, can kill people. So it's maybe they're deliberately trying to kill trans people, but maybe that's just a herb that anybody, if you're taking supplements, should check with your doctor whether it's safe for you to take supplements.
And before we go arguing the point, let's all agree that this person is a terrible transphobe.
Oh, absolutely. That's not the part that I was arguing. It was just A plus B does not equal C. Yes, they're a bad person. Yes, you should not buy these drugs off this person because they're not hormone treatment therapy. They are just supplements that you definitely need to check anything that you're
You may not
taking.
need.
that you may not need, and you definitely should check anything that you're taking with your doctor before you combine it with different drugs and stuff. But it's not like they put arsenic in there. Like, yeah. Anyway, definitely shouldn't buy those, but
It's interesting.
it's just an example of...
Yeah, but I understand why people make that connection because I think the train of thought is this person is doing active harm,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah, and I don't disagree with like warning people about it, but they were like framing their whole argument around the fact that this person was trying to kill people with this drug, and it's like, well, that's misleading information, and so is the statement they sent hired killers in to mow us down with machine gun fire, because that didn't happen, and we don't know that it would have happened. But they did send hired killers in.
They did.
So, yeah.
I'm
Wow, that was a
talking
big long
beasts.
rant.
Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
That all seems accurate with what they've said about their own behaviour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you've got a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go
Okay,
on.
go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the
Yeah.
brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, what? They moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Yes.
Amazing. It's like a whole different layer of like mobility devices. Your whole room is mobile and can be placed anywhere in the city.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
I think that lines up with our numbers too, because
Yeah.
the one guy who's been murdered, the guy who's at the gates, and he was talking on his radio to someone else.
And we think there is a lady in a tower.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that part. Why do we think that?
I think she's in the tower above the bowls area. I think
Oh, because we had that thing about how, like, someone's watching.
we're pretty sure. I think there was not just the watching. I think there was another clue.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. This is here to remember things for us all.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Oh.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Don't ignore Kim.
That was. Yeah, carry on, but that was rude.
That was very rude.
Awful,
We
yeah.
got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Okay.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is on it? Is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
He's spreading the responsibility.
Yeah, which is the same thing that the lawyer lady did, right? Like, you can't arrest everybody if everybody did it. Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Uh-huh.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Sure
Yeah,
does.
thanks, Logic.
They're like you guys.
Ooh.
Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
That's an interesting comparison to make, I think. Because I was going to respond with, like, yeah, but cops have to play by the rules, and I was like, except they fucking don't.
They don't. So
And I was also going to be, and then if they don't, that they themselves get punished.
no,
but they don't.
They don't. In fact, they get punished less.
So yeah, it is basically the same thing.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Hang on. That sounds like organised crime. And if that organised crime sounds like police,
The cops. Yeah. Da 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 da. You made a discovery.
I mean, if
So
it quacks
the
like it does.
idealists killed our victim.
One day, Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Okay, he's throwing Titus under the bus now.
He's using very.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Okay, so he's just telling us the truth.
He's using very. The language he's using is very. What's the right word?
Metaphorical.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how you could be like, hypothetically, if I did this thing, what would be the consequences? Instead of actually saying, I did this thing, so what are the consequences?
Metaphorical, but also using language that kind of hides and diminishes the situation. When you use things like kill this beast that was burdening the land, you're removing it from reality.
Yeah. Also, we still have our theory that actually it wasn't the whole group of the Hardy Boys, that it was actually either one of them or the lady driver specifically.
The lady driver, right.
Specifically, and then they later pretended it was all of them. Because we think he was dead before they hung him.
Yes.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martin A's boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
We've met them.
Okay.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error.
Oh.
Anyway,
All right, we may as well ask him some of these things. He knows them all already anyway.
I'm
There's
not
no
sure
point.
I want to tell him this.
Oh.
But let's ask at least these other things, and then we can decide.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Do we have confirmation from Joyce that they did that? I think we do.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Cheapers.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
We know that one of the mercenaries is hiding out in front of the gate.
Yeah, we
that's-
do.
Yeah.
So they're like a hired scab in that situation.
Yes.
And that is classic union breaking
Tactics.
to send in like professional scabs to make it seem like people don't want the strike to be happening.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
Well, we know this. Not
At
we
least
don't know
one
that-
of them was.
Yeah,
We
I was about to say we don't
definitely
know if we don't know if they were all organized, but we know that there's certainly a plant.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant.
Correct.
Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Correct.
Should we say this? The
Yeah,
name
go
of the
on.
company is Crenell this time.
Yep.
It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry.
No, we're not.
I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
No, you're not. People don't like you.
Should we tell him this? We've been warned to keep that information carefully, to treat it carefully.
Did Joyce warn us?
Joyce, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said. She said, I can't remember her exact wording, but it was something along the lines of, I think she was actually warning us to be careful about asking people about the tattoos
she
because
was.
they were doing this tribunal.
In that case, I don't mind telling him.
Okay, cool.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish
mean,
you
that's
hadn't
fair.
told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He does
Well,
not
I
care.
mean, if he warns the Hardys, that might be better than it coming from us.
Potentially. I don't think he cares. He doesn't sound like he's worried at all.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because he rubs his chin and smiles suddenly. Right,
Yeah.
right.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, okay. You don't seem too worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Evrart before you've even courted him properly.
I mean, look at our outfit. We're doing our best to court you right now, mate.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Nice. Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members.
7.
Always working to advance their
Yikes.
position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Great.
So he's also not mentioning the lady driver.
So maybe she's not a formal part of them.
Yeah.
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Oh.
This guy cracks me up.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
So let me ask you this. Which one of the Hardy Boys is your least favourite?
Oh, that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy.
Oh.
Ooh.
I like the top one because it's less direct.
So let's say something happens to Fat Angus. Let's say a citizen's arrest, ...
Because it's the same as saying the bottom one, but it's less direct.
And the other one, just for the record, says, what if I were to pin this on someone and just quietly... But we're not going to say that. We're going to say...
You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia.
Okay, so he's basically saying it doesn't matter if you try and separate them, they'll all stand up against you. They won't turn on one of them to save the rest of them.
not just they'll turn on you, but the whole union will.
Angus,
True.
his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here.
Which
Don't touch my...
right? I was like, don't fucking touch Kim.
Actually, less. Because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that.
Ooh.
Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
Do you want me to say this?
Well, let's go number 6.
Okay, Evrart, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Now that we
Okay.
know what our name is, this is less weird.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Okay.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Oh.
I don't need it. I just wanted you to help me with the... Oh, I can say, wait, why are you giving this to me?
Yeah.
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Yeah.
We don't need
Just
5.
Say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Yeah, I don't need it. Thanks.
I don't need it. I got
Oh, I
$49.
wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Do we want... Well, see, there's a couple of strategies in telling people or not telling people about the book. You don't tell them you're holding this information close. You're kind of keeping it... whilst you do some more investigating, they don't know necessarily that you're onto them or you're on that track. However, you can put people off balance, right?
By being like, I know this.
Exactly. So I think there is some merit to
Yeah.
following that path.
And I do think, just like, I don't like to think about game mechanics when I'm doing this sort of thing too much, but I think in general the game is designed for you to ask
Most things.
most things.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like if there's information that you need to withhold, it will kind of tell you that, like
Yeah.
like the lie situation.
So let's ask.
There was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him.
He sounds pleasantly surprised.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant.
Okay, he didn't
They
know.
told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
Okay. So he might not know about the 8th Hardy either.
Yeah.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
Do you think he's telling the truth?
I think he is.
Yeah, I think so too.
What I do know is the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
All right, good
All
talk.
right, good talk.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with
Oh,
the strike.
fuck's sake, Evrart.
What do you really want to
I
achieve with the
don't know what
strike?
happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun.
Fuck off.
But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
And what are you setting us up for then, mate?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
We've already pulled one over him once, so let's go. We're
Okay.
A
lying.
man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Okay, hang on. Let's talk through these different options. The first one is, I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Rivershoal. Or you have a right not to. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. And then this is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do.
I feel like I could do 3 or 4. What do you want? What are you feeling?
Well, I don't know that 3 is true.
No, I don't think it is either, but I feel like it's just a great statement to make.
I don't. One kind of intrigues me, but I think it's actually getting at some kind of like nationalism, which I don't like.
Yeah, and I don't think that's where we're taking Harry most of the time.
I think should we go with 4? This is another corrupt scheme, is it? I'm neither left nor right. I don't think that's true when people say that sort of thing usually, right? Because they're positioning, and we all do this, positioning yourself in a in the
Political vacuum that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's right. You're positioning yourself in your social context. So you're talking about I'm neither left nor right in my social context,
Yeah, that I take for granted and I don't even realize that I'm in.
which may be quote unquote more left, quote left,
Yeah.
quote more right than
Yeah.
other places.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, it's your ethnicity, it's your class, it's the way your parents raised you. You feel neutral because of the bubble that you're in.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this is it's kind of that idea of ethnocentrism, right? You everyone thinks that they have no accent.
Yeah, everyone thinks they have no accent. Yeah. Mine is neutral.
And it kind of gets at this idea that there is.
Do you want to quickly explain ethnocentrism for the people who are new around here? If they might not have struck that term before.
Yeah, shall we?
It basically, it is what it sounds like. It's like, so your ethnicity or your culture, you feel is the sort of the center of the world because that's the way you see out into the world.
It's like being a fish in the ocean. Your ethnocentrism is being in your own water.
Yeah.
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 You
And-
don't see it, you don't feel it, but
Yes.
it exists.
Yeah, and it's all the stuff about your own perspective that you take for granted and don't realize is impacting your view.
Yes, and it's the thing that you come and take with you when you view what is other to you.
Yeah, we had a great example of this in at uni in one of our tutorials. I don't know if you were there or not, but you must have, because I think it was in Nth 101 or 100, where we were reading this article about the strange culture of these people who keep like putting their heads inside ovens and doing this, that, and the other, and then I can't remember the rest of the
there's
article.
like the ablution rituals as well.
Yeah, there's strange ablution and so it was written like a person was writing about like a savage tribe, quote unquote.
We don't like those words, but
We
that
don't like
was
those words.
that
But
was
it was
quote-unquote.
deliberate. It was deliberate. And then it turns out at the end that they're talking about like America in like the 50s, when like women were putting their heads in those like they were going to
Hair
the
dryers.
hairstylists, and those big hair
yeah.
dryers they put over their heads. And the point was, if you
Put a specific lens on things. There's this lovely quote, which is, making you might know it better than I, but the gist of it is making the strange familiar and the familiar strange. But it's not exactly that, but that's the idea.
That's one of the things that kind of anthropology does. But so ethnocentrism is just like all the stuff you take for granted. And so that's what Iz is saying about this, is that like you can feel neutral when you're living from your own.
And I feel like this is kind of getting at the idea that there's a true middle, true north, true neutral, and that I don't think it exists.
Okay.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
I'm concerned about what Harry might do if he has a gun.
Wasn't until you said that.
Especially because we keep getting in like more pieces of this armor, and it's like, this is going to protect me if there's a shootout. And I'm like, what shootout? What are we planning here? No guns, no bullets. Put that down. What's your
What would this
proposal?
entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you.
Of
You
course.
just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What?
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Good
Thank
comment,
you, Kim.
Kim.
But he thinks it's your call.
Okay.
I feel like quite a lot of the time Kim is like, this is your decision, Harry.
Yeah.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the
No, he's
keys
not.
to
He never
Martin
is.
Ames.
Well,
And
he
maybe
hasn't
even
given
help
us
you figure out
any
who's
useful
behind this
information.
killing.
He's the sort of person who strings you along, gets you to do more and more, and then you're hip deep.
He's
and
saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he
Sorry, I
can,
didn't mean to cut you off there.
deliberately omitting things.
string you along for long as possible until you're hip deep in there and you're beholden to him. You've done enough things that you have to
It's
keep
like
going
blackmail
anyway.
chains, right? Where
Yeah.
like someone's like, if you do this for me, I won't give away this secret of yours.
Yes.
And you do something really innocuous first, and then you do something slightly less innocuous, and then by the time you're like hip deep, as you say, they're like, I want you to kill this person for me, or like betray your boss or the people that you love,
They've actually given you nothing.
and you're like, no, and they're like, well, if you don't do that, I'm going to reveal all this terrible stuff that you've done.
Yes. So let's ask what the signatures are for.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Great.
No.
I mean, that's obviously a lie, but, you know.
That is a
There's
terrible
a
idea
nameless
if it was
little
true.
street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
So does he want to bulldoze the houses? Is that what that's implying?
And is that where our house is now?
That is where our house is. You mean the fishing village?
Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned in either
Only
the
one
sea
man
or the
drowned.
bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months and then they'll be living like kings.
No, they won't.
Right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
What is he getting out of this?
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important
He
thing
didn't
in my
say
life.
yes.
I would never let anything bad happen to them.
I don't trust you as far as I can
That's
throw
real
you.
shifty language. That's very lying without. He's skirting the truth.
We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
I don't want to do it. We could accept it and not do it, but
yeah,
I don't.
think that's what we should do.
I'm curious what he says if we reject it, though, because I think we'll have a chance to come back and do it.
We're really deep in this conversation if we fuck up and have to go back to our save.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't believe him because Evrart is not the kind of person who does things if they don't get him something. Mm-hmm. So what is he getting out of this? Is my question.
He may have hinted at it, where he said these people are not union people.
Is he trying to bully them?
I don't know what power they have, though, but he says, down. Dun, 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 dun. Keep going.
They don't have a union attitude.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to accept it, but we won't do it. But I want to ask the people there what's going on, so that's why I'm going to accept it.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
And we can't make them sign, right? Like, well, I mean, we could if we had a gun.
Yes, we could.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now.
Wonder why there was trouble.
Once you have the signatures,
Whoa.
mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
I don't think he has our gun. I think.
Oh, we can lie again. We can lie already.
I don't want to say that
Hang on.
yet.
I wanted to see, does it, if you hover over, does it tell you the, oh, maybe if we get in, oh no, it's the next step, isn't it? That tells you. I'm all for lying.
Yeah, I'm keen to do it. I'd like to do it when we come back.
Okay.
So like go and talk to people and then
I
come back.
kind of love the idea of standing here and not going anywhere. And then just lying
like,
again. And
I've
being
done
like,
this
I
task
did
for
it.
you. And you'll be like, you're literally just still standing right in front of me.
I'm just curious as to whether or not we can pull it over. Pull it off.
Well, I can get out of this conversation and come back to it.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we want to talk about here? We want to talk about the drugs?
Not right now. How long have we been recording?
I don't know, because a fucking window over here, which is supposed to
fucked right
tell
off.
us,
Okay,
fucked
so
right
it is.
off. 44 minutes. There you go. You guys can't see that, but there's another window.
And it fucked off.
And it fucked off.
All right, let's be done with this for the second. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm very keen to go to the bookshop quickly and get that book.
Oh, okay. Sure. Cool. All right. Well, and we know things that we can ask him. So we've got 4 points now. I feel like, can we skip one on an actual skill?
Okay.
Please. Please.
Which skill? And why?
I'd be up for a physical instrument.
Okay.
I'd be up for drama, so we don't have to keep wearing all the drama clothes all the time.
I'd be up for conceptualization. Next to drama. It's the one that's getting us
Constant passive upgrades.
passive. Not sorry. It was escaping me. Not health. What's the other one?
Yeah. Morale.
Morale.
Whoop whoop.
Oh.
Apparently, I have Discord running in the background. Sorry, everyone. What else do we have that's really low? Suggestions really low.
Pain threshold's low. Hand-eye coordination, bottom left, is low as well. Like pain threshold, someone's going to bend our pinky back and we're going to fold.
That's true. That's true. I kind of like that we're doing a run where our physique is real shit, though. You know, like in terms of that kind of thing of like being really good at something and bad at other things.
Encyclopedia. That's my vote.
Encyclopedia?
That's my vote.
Okay.
Because it's going to give us lots of passive
Like, here's a little
information
extra
along-
info about
yeah, I
this.
think encyclopedia is good.
Okay. Leveling up.
Nice.
Set. And in the last episode, people pointed out that you can have more than one thought running simultaneously.
So we've got Colder Mama Dakwa going.
Yeah. What's this one? Wasteland of Reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and this is a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're even right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit.
Oh,
I'd be into that.
that's interesting.
I'm also really interested in the Magic Mike one, and the reason being, and I don't know if this is true, don't tell me, you guys out there, if this is true, but you know how we got that thing about how our conceptualization is giving us morale? I'm suspicious that if we do this, we'll get the same thing for health.
What's making you think that?
Because he's tough. Contact Mike. He's a boxer.
Momo's punching the air.
And we've already got Contact Coach Physical Instrument, and that didn't do it. So, boxer.
So the morale one,
it's only 15 minutes.
it is, but we aren't getting the morale one from one of these. We're getting the morale one from our other screen.
No, we got it from one of these.
No, we're getting it from conceptualization.
No, but this gave us that passive.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Plus 1 XP for every orb. No, wait, that's not it. We got it from something. Conceptualization.
Okay. Fair. I missed that. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's go. Boxing man face.
This is a litany of Contact Mike. I'm just going to read it again real quick. It's time once again to return to the 20 things you like to say about Contact Mike. The boxer who is apparently a paragon of open competition. It really doesn't get any better than this. Any better, both inside and outside the ring. Stop. Point at someone. Someone in the distance. Point your finger at him. He will point his finger back at you. Vaulting an impassable gulf of finance and privilege too.
Great. ... Greatness. Let's do it. And it's only 15 minutes, so even though it's got a bunch of negatives associated with it, it won't take us long to do it.
You have to unlock a thing, sorry. In that case, are you sure? In the because we just found out that we had to unlock a gap for it. Do you want me to do this one?
Did you just unlock the gap?
I did.
Then
yeah.
do it, because then we've got this empty gap.
But this one or this one?
No. The Contact Mike.
Stopping being an alcoholic.
Nah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to live with that.
Oh, what? Okay, just keep in mind we've got a minus logic, minus conceptualization, and a minus drama.
But it's only 15 minutes,
Yeah,
so that should motor through.
especially if we read this book.
Let's go read the book. Be one page of the fucking book and it'll be done.
I'm really glad we did that because I was worried that would have a time issue. And we lied. We successfully lied.
We successfully lied.
I
and
kind of want to go to that door now and like see if we can find out who lives there.
Can we, on the way back through, have a look at this?
You want me to try and seduce the shipping container?
I
again,
do.
don't you?
I don't recall what skill it is, but you know, let's just have a little sneaky side eye at it.
You're back before the cargo
Rhetoric.
container. Its
28.
drawer has not lessened since
I know
you
we
were
do this every
last
time.
here.
But
If anything,
check
it
all our
seems
clothes.
to have
I don't
grown
think we have any
slightly.
that are rhetoric.
Yeah, I don't feel like we do. But it is unlocked at the moment, so we must have put a point into rhetoric at some point. Why can't I? Oh, it's because I'm in the conversation.
Okay.
Rhetoric is what color?
We don't. Let's
Pardon?
I said we don't know.
Beep, 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 beep. Did I ever tell you about the lady who forced me to say pardon?
Pardon instead of what?
What?
So pardon instead of what?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Every time I said what, in terms of like, if someone said something and you didn't hear them properly or whatever, or someone's like calls your name and you're like, what?
My parents
She,
did that.
she would say to me, not what, beg pardon, like your mother taught you.
And you said my mother didn't teach me that.
My mother didn't teach me that.
My parents did.
Really?
Yeah.
To say pardon?
Pardon. Don't say what. Say pardon. Not beg pardon. Just pardon.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything in rhetoric. Oh, there we go. There's a minus.
Okay. Cool.
So it's light blue. There's
It's
another minus.
So it is worth checking to make sure we don't have any minuses on at least. Because that's obviously a possibility.
No.
Okay, let's go. It's 28%. I want to do it again.
You want to do it again?
Let's do it.
You don't want to wait and see if we get some clothes that'll help us do it?
I want to do it. Look at it seductively.
It's such a
You're
low
back before
chance.
the cargo
I know.
container.
I know.
Its draw has not lessened since
It's a
you were last
third,
here.
nearly.
If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Yeah, but like, I feel like
Just
we had this
caress it.
exact same conversation last time.
Yeah.
It's currently unlocked. If we find any clothes that give us a +1, it's going to go up by like 10%. But if we do it now and fail, we're going to have to spend a whole point on rhetoric to put our rhetoric up.
Despite the dark and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Victorious! I genuinely didn't think that would happen.
Stoked.
Holy shit! We rolled a 6 and a 5. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. Hello? Is anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
What if the 8th driver is in here?
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
But we
Try
succeeded.
again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click.
I bet it's going to have
some
the
mechanism
8th
unlocks
Hardy.
itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich light bending guy.
Look at that image.
That's incredible.
Every time I think I know what this game is going to do, it does something different.
You can't be serious.
Kim is just like, what is happening to me?
Go in. No, go in.
I just put it at the time.
Oh, no, we cannot leave it there. We can't leave it there.
But it's a perfect. Oh no. Oh no. What is happening? What is this? What?
Well, we just found out there is a hole in the world.
What?
Are we
The
talking
man
to the...
stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's
There's-
hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but
shadow
you
here.
do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
He feels rich.
Is this the overwhelming presence of capital?
The closer we get, we see we're all distorted and so is Kim a bit.
Yeah.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around
Yeah, no fucking
his
kidding.
face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
What is happening?
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
Just let it wash over us.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Can I say this? What is going on in here?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Not too much, actually. Just pleasantly surprised to have company today.
Hi.
Are you trapped in a dimensional vortex?
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
You can see, what you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Oh,
We can just leave.
I'm absolutely not. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
Who's in your circle?
That's because you're inside a shipping container.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Who goes around saying, I'm an extremely high net worth individual?
Dickheads, that's who.
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harriet Dubois.
I'm gonna say that I'm Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Alright. Most likely.
Pleasure to meet you, Raphael. I'm surprised in a positive manner to understand about your exceedingly
Well done.
high net worth name.
Thank you. I'm a fancy man.
It is not. Never mind.
Oh, don't you worry, Lieutenant. I can tell a good man when I see one.
Amazing. Oh, okay, let's get into this. How did you become so rich?
Can I ask this first?
Okay, what are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
Okay. All your needs met in here. That's what I want to know.
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
Ooh, okay. Ooh. I quite like 1 and 3.
Okay.
We're in Martinez. There's a cool church here.
Was it Krasmazov that said, religion is paroliton for the masses?
Sure.
If you don't know, guys, that's a reference to the quote from
Religion is an opiate for the masses.
Yeah, what's his name?
I'm shaking my head. Can't help you.
The communist guy.
Oh, Marx.
Karl Marx. Yeah.
He may have been a commoner, but we're in agreement about that. Still, I imagine the architecture is quite lovely.
I mean, it's a cool place. It's got a dimensional void in it.
It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
You don't want me to ask this one?
No, I like the weight, because it's a weight.
Oh, yeah.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
I have heard that that's like a creaky chair. It's like a
Is it a genuine opinion?
it's a genuine anxiety that rich people have. It's that like if they go out in public, they'll be mobbed by people asking for money. Like, I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I'm just saying. I don't mean good thing. I'm not saying it's a sensible worry to have, a valid worry. It's just like it's an irrational anxiety that can afflict people with a lot of money.
I don't know, maybe they should be worried.
Maybe they should.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
My comment was not a threat, it was just an observation.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container?
Smart No. It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling my eyes.
I'm starting to suspect, though, that he is not actually
He's just
high
trapped in a
net
shipping
worth
container,
individual.
living his own fantasy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and
Fail-proof
so on.
outerwear.
It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Yawn. Yeah, that does sound pretty tiresome.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. They are nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
I kind of think that applies to all people at any level of wealth, but anyway.
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals, such as yourself.
Sorry,
For
team.
example, no problems at all.
Alright, fam. Sorry about that. Work calling me in the night is a thing when your boss lives on the other side of the world. What do we want to say, Izza?
The bottom one lets us go into other stuff.
So let's say this first.
Sure.
So you're saying that being rich isn't worth the hassle.
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. Okay.
How did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and we have to go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case? You say, sure, Kim, I think it is.
Can we say exactly that to him?
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah, nah, I mean, I
Rude.
beg to differ.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad.
Why is this happening with the light? We just gotta ignore this?
Take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
And social media platforms.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
Oh. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
That's true.
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Unless you buy Twitter. But yes, that does happen when you get wealthy, right?
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
It's cookie clicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm not going to say this, but I'd love to say it.
You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill here. It's true. So what are our options? You're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? Then you're a thief, blah, blah, blah. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society?
I actually could go for either of these.
I think 4's nice.
Okay.
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how
The
many
world's
jobs
most
it takes
laughable
to build and
centrist.
maintain a racing yacht?
It's really funny to me because when we were playing Mass Effect, we were kind of centrist there too, between Paragon and Renegade. And I think it's partly just because we're very left in real life. But We're not playing as ourselves. We're playing as Harry.
Yeah,
And he's interacting with this world and with real people,
And we are exploring this world.
and we're not wanting to kind of trap ourselves in any one corner, right? And I think that's why we're ending up centrist.
Trying this, trying that. Yeah. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
How many jobs?
Thousands? Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Dozens, at least. Of
Dozens.
course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this.
I've been doing so much reading about automation and AI in the last few weeks.
Jabbing his finger into the air a bit.
Every man gets what he earns.
No.
It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Say nothing.
Say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
That's just like what you say about how if you say nothing, people will just like fill it with whatever they expect to hear.
Yeah.
That was
It
a
works in real
perfect
life, by the
example
way.
of it.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on?
Thank you.
That's what you need to ask.
We didn't have an option to ask, did we?
We didn't,
Oh,
no.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual surprise.
Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh,
You can say yes, the
that's
chin.
what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
What?
I wonder if it's because he might have just come through the pale.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth
Oh,
between
okay.
individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
What that's saying is this person here owns nearly all of the resources in Rivershore. And wait, where we are, right? Yeah?
Well, yeah. Is it the area or is it just the three of us in this area?
Well, the reason why I thought it was the area is surely it would happen to this guy all the time otherwise, although he's not talking to people, he says.
No, he's just living inside this shipping container, right? I'm aware that we're over time, and so I don't want to start a massive conversation, but at this point, my brain is just like, everything is a metaphor. What is real and what is not real? Like...
or in this game, we're also taking the stance that, sure, why not? Everything's true.
But like, I've just like taken my headphones off and my glasses off. I was like, I'm so sensorily overloaded by this conversation that I can't even have things touching my head. The story is a metaphor for like poverty and capitalism and all that sort of thing. And then the things happening inside the game are like they're real in the game world, but they're kind of real in the sense that they're metaphors for things happening in real life, like in our real life. So like the in real life, like people who are so rich distort, like their reality is distorted, right? And so now in the game we're seeing like a physical representation of that. And it's like it's happening, but it's not happening at the same time.
Right, okay. So what is that coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual
Okay, that's
appears to
just us, between us and them.
I mean, we've got $40.
be 0.9998.
Oh, why do we have like $1 million suddenly?
What?
Look at all our money.
Is that real?
No.
Alright.
I bet it's something to do with the situation.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
It thinks that we have lots of money.
That's not good for you.
No, it's the opposite.
Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I am but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I'm calm.
I don't feel calm.
I'm real calm.
That's good.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Right, so Kim's not seeing it. And so now, like, that layer that adds an extra layer is like, is it actually happening or is it just happening in Harry's mind? Because Harry is off his fucking tree.
Or is it just happening in Harry's mind, but it's real?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
This is stressing me out.
Okay, you're the money situation. You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
I'm really curious about our money situation though, because I'm like, if we ask him for money, is it going to go back to where it was? But if we didn't ask him for money, we'll be a millionaire?
I don't
How
know.
many?
Is that money?
That is where our money is, normally. I'm trying to figure out, I'm bad with, I'm dyslexic, so I can't, is that
Is it a mil?
1 billion?
I can't read it from here.
It's got
How many zeros?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before the decimal point. So
Including
that's
the one?
15 million, right?
Including the one?
Not including the one at the front.
Yes.
Okay. But I can say, but Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money.
I kind of like apologize. I like flip-flopping with him.
Shall we apologize? Okay,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was extremely unprofessional. I apologize.
Perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a civilized man.
Okay.
You may know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another.
Give me your watch.
I only have coins for coffee machines.
Okay.
Here's 3 real. How much can you get for this?
1 or 2. It gives me almost nothing. Thanks for your kindness.
Thanks for your kindness.
You're welcome. You know,
Oh, it sounds...
His eyes narrow. The light seems to bend more aggressively.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Hang on. Conceptualization, what is it? Oh, do we have any conceptualization?
We got
on
-2 because an art degree is useless. Let's come back some other
Let's
time.
come to that. Yeah. Is it a red or a white check? Does that have
It's a red
interest?
check.
Oh, no, we don't want to.
Yeah. We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me,
Which is that?
I'm all ears.
I'd be keen to get all the conceptualization clothes on and put something into
Hallucinating.
conceptualization.
Contact Mike. 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. No one saw it coming. The mantle of a game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won. You're thinking instead of doing detective work right now. Fights are made, blow by blow. Let's take it, Mike to the Mikey. Some low-intensity part of you has entered a sports cliché-driven fugue state, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, Mike knew what it took to win. He just wanted it more.
Yeah.
Let's switch the bonuses.
All physique white checks are unlocked.
Okay.
Cool.
Great. All right.
Okay.
Let's leave it there.
I'm leaving. I need to see what happens to. Oh,
I reckon just save it
our
there.
money is changing. I need to see what happens to our money when we walk out of here.
Okay. The money's under.
Look at it. It's moving around.
Okay.
Okay. We only got the 3 real, but that was interesting.
That was interesting. I'm keen to do the clothes.
I
put
walk
something in
back inside there.
conceptualization.
Does our money go back up again?
I'm keen to do the clothes immediately in the next game. Do the clothes.
No!
Put something in conceptualization.
No!
Give the red check.
No.
Why not?
I just gave you one before.
But we can see how much that affects it.
Oh, just to see it, but not actually click on it.
Unless it's good, and then we can click
Oh,
on it.
okay. Next time.
I just gave you one, you said. Look how well it went.
That's true. It did go really well. I
Right?
can't argue with those facts.
So we can do that and then go see Metalhead.
No! Fuck! Okay, we're way over time.
We're way over time. So, drink some water, hydrate. We'll catch you next time.
See you there.
Bye.